got a nice ring.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking heroes. We're talking the Batman, Robert Patterson's Batman. And I gotta tell you, man, from start to finish, he had those villains shook. That was a refreshing part of the story because we didn't have to worry about origin or establishing anything. Them jokers already had the bat signal in the sky, man. Had villains panicking like Chris Tucker.
Whoa! Damn!
Even with that welcome omission, the movie was still dag near 3 hours.
Say what?
I don't think they took advantage of the advantage that they gave themselves with just jumping straight into the story. Not as good as they should have. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, to start off this video, man, I have to talk about Robert Patterson's Batman. And to be honest with you, it was shockingly good. Had a really strong presence. His movements were creepy. The way he gazed at people was creepy. The way he analyzed things were creepy. And he came across as, you know, a really tough dude, a tough Batman, an intimidating Batman, especially when he started fighting. He definitely knocked it out the park as Batman. But I do feel like his Bruce Wayne did suffer. His Bruce Wayne came across more depressed than angry. Came across as more like, you know, sluggish than determined. You know, he didn't have that charisma that we're used to seeing from Bruce Wayne. And I'm not necessarily talking about him showing up with supermodels, but he had an intelligence about him, a confidence about him, you know, when he was with Alfred, that this Batman didn't really have. It was almost like he was a teenager and he hadn't got over, you know, those teenage angst. It was weird, man. It was weird. And I think they're gonna have to evolve the character a little bit more in the sequel to try to have audiences connect with Bruce Wayne. And I think that's the difference with the Nolan films. You felt like you had a connection with Bruce Wayne and Batman. With this film, you only felt like you had the connection with Batman. Now, moving on to Catwoman, man. Catwoman was refreshing and she was easier to relate to on both ends. You could relate to Selena Kyle way better than you could relate to Bruce Wayne, which is, I guess, by design. But man, like Bruce Wayne was off, but it was he kind of found himself within Catwoman, if that makes sense. It was good to see him look somewhat human or somewhat happy with Catwoman, man. Speaking of Catwoman though, bro, every time she came on screen, me and my homeboy was like, did her thing though, man. But it wasn't just that, man. She was clever, her acting was good. You know, Zoe Kravitz did a really good job of making this Catwoman feel different. Her story was authentic. You know, her pain, her sorrow was authentic, and she was really probably the most relatable character in the entire movie. And that says a lot when the movie is called The Batman. Moving on to the villains, man, the Riddler as the main villain was spectacular, man. He was terrifying. He had a little Dexter in him, a little serial killer in him, you know, a little puzzle maker in him, a little creepy school shooter in him. He was a great villain, man. I really loved how they used him in this film. Penguin was on point, very traditional Penguin, slimy, grimy, you know, just a piece of crap, you know. And I just love, you know, Colin Farrell's rendition of this character. Hey, take it easy there. That just felt like the Penguin from back in the day and from the comics, you know, going away from the Tim Burton version, which I didn't have a problem with, but this was more the traditional version of the Penguin. And also I loved Batman's relationship with Commissioner Gordon. This is 2 years in, so they've already, you know, bonded, and he clearly trusts him and he clearly has his back. They had like a buddy cop type thing going on, a good cop, bad cop feel, and I love that. All in all, the movie was good. It wasn't perfect. It was a little too long. 3 hours is too long for an origin movie. The action sequences were like spread out, you know, so they did have some dry moments. And then also, man, they showed too much footage in the trailer. Like, they basically spoiled the movie in the trailers, and I blame myself for watching the trailers. I did watch 2. I usually just watch 1, but man, I was so curious about the film. They didn't say anything. It basically was a highlight reel of the entire movie. Even the last acts, were in the film, So with all that said, and also the score was really good. Oh my God, the music was amazing in this. So with all that said, man, I'm going to go ahead. My original score when I first saw it was 8.5, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a friendly 9 because it really was a good movie and they did a lot of things right. It's not the perfect movie. It's not the best Batman ever, but it did do a lot of things right with the score, with the fights, with the suit. His Batman was on point. Bruce Wayne was off, but his Batman was on point. Catwoman was great. I had to get it a friendly 9. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for kicking it with me. Be sure to check out the other videos on the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay safe, guys. Peace.